Oh my god, my microphone was muted this whole time. I've been babbling nonsense, and my microphone was muted. Oh no! Okay, I should be audible now. Oh my god, that's embarrassing. I've been streaming for like... Well, that's embarrassing. Hi! Guess while muted, I wished you a good day at work. I hope today is easy. I was like, I'm doing fine. I'm very out of it and very sleepy today. Like, today was I had to really will myself out of bed. That's the kind of day that I'm having. Not a bad day, just a lethargic day. And I think it's because, with the dramatic, like, temperature changes, I think it just makes me a little sluggish. I love the cold so much, but, we were almost summer temperatures. It was like 70s. Pillager. Oh, well, that's not good. Oh, they're... Okay, they're right... Okay, I can't get to my base. Or to my mine. Okay, that's not good. And there's too many of them, and I still don't have a shield. So, that's not good. Wow. Oh, no. They're like right out there too. Dang it. Well, let's see. Well, I'm like stuck in my base then. Or... Okay, no, I'm not. Seize the opportunity, but I feel like I normally have more tools than what I have on me. Villagers! Yeah, they were right there, but they passed. They passed by, so I guess that's a good thing. This is fine. This is all good and fine, so I guess we, just resume. That was kind of funny. I'm not gonna... Oh. Okay. I don't have much of a mine quite yet. Let me see how far down I am. F3... 44. Y equals 44. I made it! I survived! Yay! Okay, well, it's a good thing that I, caught my mic being muted before, I don't know, before any and all the things. Oh, right, there's lava. Okay, so I'm reminding myself that there's lava. Yeah. What's today's goal, if any? So, I'd like to secure some iron and start making, like, making some buckets. Definitely shield first and foremost, and then maybe get a good water bucket and a milk bucket if possible. But I think today's goal is just get iron. If I could do more than that, that'd be great. Long-term goal, so we're 8 days in, is to try to get to the Nether before the 100 days are out. And just kind of keep exploring the Nether, because I still just don't know enough about the Nether. And some people have suggested that I maybe switch to normal mode and practice getting into the Nether. So there was a part of me that thought about doing that, but I think we'll keep to the spirit of the challenge and keep it in hardcore. That way, all stupid things I do, I learn the hard way. How not to, or what not to do. Or something, I don't know. Oh, and today's other goal is to not die to lava. If I can, I don't know. If I can survive a little bit, that'd be good. I just want, iron. Oh, no. It's all good, though. I am enjoying playing hardcore. I'm admittedly just reluctant to, switch out of hardcore mode, because I do feel like it has been very worthwhile to play in hardcore mode, even if realistically I probably would find that a much kinder gameplay. But there's something about the, I don't want to call it the danger element, that's so compelling. That's I don't know what the word is. Oh, there's our iron. Perfect. Okay, good. We need iron. So first and foremost, okay, good. So that's 4 chunks of iron. So that'll actually get me at 1 bucket and one bucket and a shield. Before we go too much lower, I will want, or it'll be 1 bucket and 1 pickaxe. Eventually I'll want to do a pickaxe, come to think. So that I'll be able to obtain some of the, what do you call it? Like the things you can only mine with iron. Not sure what's going on with my keyboard. It's a little funny today. Ooh, the sound of the lava, though, is a little concerning. But we've got this. Okay. The fact that I'm still hearing the lava is a little concerning. That makes me wonder, like, just how big is this lava mound that's about to, It sounds like there's a lot. New recipes. Okay, more dirt. Oh boy. I don't want to waste durability. Wow. Maybe, we'll get rid of all this. There's just like this whole patch of dirt that's just sitting here, waiting to be dug up. Okay. Ooh. More copper. It's such a sleepy day. But one of the things I was saying while I was muted is that I always look forward to playing Minecraft. I don't know what it is. It stimulates my brain in a very, fun way. Like, every now and then, I get the itch to pull out grid paper and start, like, mapping out builds. So I had this idea for making, like, a 4, turret, like, a very small, like, basic baby castle kind of thing, and I've been sort of visualizing that in my brain for a while, and there's a part of me that just wants to try it, just for the sake of giving it a go. Okay. It's just, I'm at a point where I do still want to grab as resources as I see them. I have a lot of copper, but it can't hurt to have a little bit more. So that's what I will do, just copper it up. Is I have like 5 papers with build ideas sketched and all the sides labeled. Oh my god, that's awesome! Yeah, graph paper for sure. I may eventually find myself itching. I may get like a graph notebook just to do builds. It's just something about this game. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I mean, because something I would be willing to do is just have like cozy creative only streams where they're just builds, but the idea is that you build something like really God, immaculate is a terrible word, but like just something really elaborate, I'll put it that way. I think that'd be fun. Graph paper would be ideal. I'm sadly doing it online and just guesstimating links, so I have to do a lot more math. That's pretty impressive though. Well, I imagine that you have the like intuition for it too. But that's pretty awesome. Yay, more. Okay, more of this. This is good. Oh. I'm so tired. It's not a bad feeling either. It's just a... what gets me out of bed is... Oh god, I was going to say duty and responsibility. But cliches notwithstanding, knowing I had to get, like, breakfast and stuff prepped. That was a big thing. There was, like, I have to... my husband depends on me for his, day to go smoothly. So he doesn't have to, and I take that very, very seriously. So, things like that. Taking your time to plan the layout and also the spaces between to make things work ideal. For intricate buildings, I'm planning a Death Star build with fully functioning lights, so I need to plan for open spaces for wiring. That's so cool. Oh my god, that is so cool. I just like making buildings that look pretty in my brain. But that sounds awesome. Oh my god. That sounds really awesome. Oh, that's amazing. Alright, I'm still hearing the lava popping. That's so concerning. Y equals 33. Okay, we're getting closer and closer to that sweet spot. God, that's a weird way to put it. But to that optimal iron. And so far we've gotten a decent amount of iron. Okay. So much dirt too. Okay. Yeah. Yay, that's really cool. I'm trying to make a lore to my world, and the Death Star is going to be my endgame base. The king builds after becoming immortal. God, that's really awesome. Is that a solo base, Gas, or is that like a server where you're playing with other people? I'm very curious. Okay. Alright, we're out of dirt lands. Objectively, there is nothing wrong with dirt. But when I can just kind of shift the pickaxe around, that tends to be just a little faster. So I prefer it. Okay. Yeah, thankfully upstairs is much, much warmer. Pretty is key, but I'm being strict with lore accurate build. Wow. Certain blocks for certain countries. I do not play with friends, unfortunately. As a PS player, I need PS Plus to play on servers. Gotcha. Kisnell, good morning. Hi, I hope work is going well. I hope work is treating you kindly. Yeah, my brain is very slow, but this is me enthusiastically greeting you with what little energy reserves I have. It's very good to see you. I'm a new world because I did not survive the previous. This is my third attempt in Java now. It's a newish world. I started it yesterday, and so far it's going, I think okay. Okay. I would really, really, really like to have more iron. like, I'd like to bring a good stack of iron if possible. Or just a couple of, like, a half stack, or... That's probably being a little too greedy. But right now I'm just strip mining for safe resources. So I want to get to the Nether again, and hopefully not die this time around. Dart, hi, good morning. Oh, good, happy time zone. It's like, I think like late afternoon for you, Dart. Like early evening. Hi, how are you? Oh my gosh. There's still lava. Doing good. I've been appreciating the cool weather for once and not burning. Oh, good, good. It's very cold here, too, and I'm appreciating it. But going from, like, summer temperatures down to, like, below freezing, I think has made my brain a little sluggish. But I feel great. I feel great. Like, I spent my morning reading and drinking tea and then doing all this other stuff because I'm writing a book review. Alex, beep boop, welcome in. Hi. I like your fancy new diamond. I'm so dang out of it this morning. I promise I am awake and kind of awake. But welcome in, Alex. I hope that your day is off to a really, really nice start. Each day brings us closer to the weekend, and I'm still very excited for you, for your fun plans. But yeah, welcome in, everyone. We have, it's such a good time. No matter how tired I am, I will say, like, if, I always look forward to just streaming. I'm sleepy too, doing laundry. Yeah, oh, I can relate. Fortunately, I've done all my laundry, but the magical thing about laundry is it's kind of an infinite loop. So I've finished all my laundry, but tomorrow I have to do it again. And what I'll do is I'll have the laundry machines running while I'm streaming, so that it's just kind of ready to be folded once I'm done with stream. So I've been using the morning for streaming, and then the afternoon, like after I have lunch, is for knocking out any chores that need done and then practicing. I've been focusing on the cello because it's not as painful as the violin, but I miss playing the violin so much. I like playing the violin a lot, but the cello right now is just a little gentler. Eerie noise! Wow! Wow. Also, again, appreciate the VIP badge. Oh, Alex, honestly, I've been wanting to give that to you for a couple of weeks now because, like, quite literally from the very beginning, like, you're always, not only are you always here, but just the help that you've given and all that good stuff. Like, what's the word? I can't it's hard to explain. And my god, my sleepy brain. Hi everyone, I have a master's in writing and I can't words this morning. But no, you've been just endless support. And also, one of the things that I don't know that you realize, like, how much it means to, especially a small streamer, but like, you showed up, and then within, I think, like, 10 minutes of you being here, like, I'm a new streamer, like, I could be, like, the biggest jackass in the world, but you subscribe to the channel, like, and, like, that to me is like, a wow, this person has put trust in me as a, and I know part of it's also because, you know, ads and all that, but another part is, like, that's a pretty big gesture. So, like, between that and then, like, going in and without, like, I didn't even have to ask for it, but, like, typing stuff in the YouTube I don't know how to describe it, like, it's helped me so much. It was really the ads and the fact that I saw Anna. Aw, yay. Anna was my first subscriber. She was my very, very, very first. She's so lovely. And that's fine too, but it's still, like, it's big. I guess, for lack of a better way to put it, it's a big deal. And then, I think, like, you've been consistently here, and you're very nice to everybody, and, you know, kind of looking out, You know, you've DM'd and it's like, hey, there's a spam bot, or just like little things like that. So it's just appreciate your uh, positive energy, because it makes a difference. It really does. I'm so tired. Us small streamers gotta stick together. That is actually so true. That is actually so true. It's tough stuff. I have a very... I'm laid back about my Twitch. Like, if it's one of those... You know, everyone, of course, if you have affiliate, ideally you want to see it growing. But for me, there's a part of me that's like, this is just kind of a vibe as well. Hello to Kiz, Start, and Kempt. Aw, yay. Yeah, guess I actually meant to ask you, do you stream your Minecraft as well? Because some of those builds sound like they'd be really, really fun streamed. Kind of thing. Okay. Wow. Okay, where am I? Y equals 24. We're getting close. Getting close. There's a lot of lava. I just don't want to self-promote here to boost your algorithm. Oh, Gas, that is so sweet. That's so sweet. Well, I appreciate your... I know that's... On the one hand, like, it is... The self-promotion thing is really, really iffy, but I'm glad to know that. I'm glad to know that. Yay. Yeah. You know, it's funny because a lot of people who hang out in my chat are streamers. And it is nice to hear about how everyone is doing streaming-wise. Gums, good morning! How are you? I'm in a new world today. But... let's see... Doing good, prepping for a work trip to Finland next week. Oh, that's so cool. That's so awesome. Good luck. Have you been to Finland before? Yeah, going back to the self-promotion thing. First and foremost, I appreciate the immense consideration. For me, with the self-promotion, I like checking in with friends and regulars who are also streamers and just like hearing how things are going. For me, it's more of a when you get like the people who come in and immediately start promoting themselves. That's for me where I draw the line a little bit. But I absolutely love hearing about what, Ooh, let me see. Finland is, one of those countries I know nothing about and yet would still like to visit. Me too. I've never been to Finland. I have Finnish friends. I haven't, no, first time I've been to Germany, UK, Austria, and Spain. First time in Scandinavia. Oh my god, that's so cool. Also, how awesome is that to have a job that takes you on international? I actually got an invitation to audition for a company of, I could take pictures of Dorkendale for the Discord later this week to show off some builds. Gas, yes, please do. If that, I would really, really appreciate seeing that. And I think a lot of people would. Yeah, I was going to ask you, if you're comfortable and willing, like, please feel free to share any of your builds. It's just always a fun time to... Kempt Alex. I'm excited, hoping I could get away from the office to explore a bit. Yeah, I hope so too. Finland and Greenland are countries I'd like to visit, right? Oh my gosh, yeah. But yeah, so I was invited to audition because there's a group, I don't want to say what group it is specifically. I probably will not audition, and it kind of hurts my heart to make that decision. But what is the deal breaker is, while it's a rare full-time like musical position, performing position, you have to live within an hour's commuting time from London, because you have to be regularly in rehearsal and willing to tour, and I don't live in London. But that is a position that does, their concert schedule is around the world, and they will fly their performers, and that's just so cool. Can't wait for Greenland to be the 51st state. Oh dear God. Yeah, the world is a very strange place right now. Oh boy. Yeah. Ooh, I need more torches. Okay. We'll take like one more wall, because we're getting close. Y equals 21. So we'll get to that nice, whoop. Sorry, when I read Greenland, the joke just jumps up. Oh, that's fine. You're fine. It is all good. I have so many like jokes I could share, but I'm going to withhold only because I don't want to cross that. I have to be able to laugh at it all to stay sane, right? Yeah. Yep. Okay. I think this is a good point to make our way back up and hope that those pillagers have despawned. They always travel in groups with long-range enchanted weapons. So it's just a little, so much andesite. Okay. Have to be able to laugh at. Oh, no, it was an obvious joke because each time I hear Greenland being mentioned, I just roll my eyes. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, we seem kind of safe. Something I could do is maybe close that off. Like, create like a door here and then fireflies buzz. Well, how lovely is that? Okay, so. I want the iron as soon as possible. But that's for different reasons. I wish I could say true to the stay sane part. Oh, yeah. But that's for different reasons. Oh. Alright, so now it's time to craft a shield. Okay. I'll craft a bucket really quickly, and then I'll go and grab some wood, and then craft a shield. Alright, bucket. Tree is very giving. Ooh, what's this? Still kicking myself for not buying a RAM upgrade. Earlier I was revamping my setup with new monitors and peripherals and handheld frame, and boom! SODM doubled in oh god, I feel your pain there. Yeah, oh, jeez. I hope it drops, the price drops soonish. for your sake, though, because that, let's put a tree right here, and then for good measure, we'll put a tree up here. Okay, and now we'll go back and get that shield built. Back to working and lurking. Enjoy stream moment. Oh, yes. Yeah, thank you for hanging out. Good luck with all things. Like, really and truly. I look forward to checking out your builds. I really do. Hope that work is nice and just as easy as it can be. Okay. Shield time. Thank goodness. What else do we need? Oh, we need those. I also need to equip my shields. Okay, so I have that. Okay, so I'm fully armored and I have my shield. I've used up all my resources. Pretty sure prices are screwed for a really long time. Thank you, AI. Oh god, yeah, no, you're right. Sam, I was literally looking at some new RAM to build a new PC. We'll check next week. Just buy some. I never felt so wrong. Oh, Black Friday, man, I should have dropped money on RAM while I could. Oh, well, but I also get, because, like, a lot of Black Friday marketing pushes for... I mean, this would not have been an impulse buy on your part, but they push for getting people to just shop, and, if you're a more discerning, like, you're not, like, an impulse shopper, you know, you want to spend time and think about purchases, and so I understand why you might be more inclined to, like, put off major purchases. Put the raw copper. I don't have enough coal to, like, do massive smelting, and I'd rather save that for... Oh, yeah, check that out. 2, 3, 4, perfect. I will actually be right back. Let's see. I really did just want a few monitors. I bought 2 32 curved displays, and they're wonderful. Yay! Yeah, wow. I'm glad that you at least did that, because those are useful, and, you know, we're all tech people to some degree, or to varying degrees. Like, we all do different things, but the technology, like, having good technology, kind of pays for itself. I will be right back. I'm just going to use the restroom very, very quickly. It's nice and warm up here, so don't need my shawl. I really just want, is curved displays better, as most say? Ooh, you know, I would be very curious to open that conversation. For those who have experience with curved displays versus, like, straight displays, My limited experience with the curved display is I do like them. I don't know. For me personally, I mean, my traditional brain says I prefer the straight displays, especially the rotating ones where so my old music composition professor, um, he had the coolest and wackiest display ever for composing. Because he would write big, like, orchestral scores, like film scores, that kind of thing. And he had like four monitors. Two were stacked standard, and then he had the other two were vertical, and he had them like on ends. And those two like vertical ones, he'd just have scores, like big orchestral scores, like symphonic scores, film scores, so you could see all the parts at once. And I honestly thought that was one of the coolest things ever. It was just not the idea of like doing the vertical monitor thing. I was like, I never had thought of that, but it's actually really, really, really brilliant. I just want something nice for myself, and I enjoy them a lot. But I know for gaming, I was almost thinking if they were better or not. I just want okay, yeah, that makes sense. I know for gaming, some people like the curved monitors, especially really big curved monitors, can give it like an IMAX theater in a way. Like it can give a sense of like full immersion, and I have experienced that. I know that for some games though, like I know my husband finds that very nauseating because he's very easily nauseated by games. But a lot of people do like the what's the word? They like that for the surround like visuals. Oh, that's so fascinating. Yeah, that's so fun. But I'm glad that you got the monitors, Alex. Playing Minecraft on my monitor versus my laptop screen is a whole lot immersive. Oh, yeah, yeah. Like so I've got two monitors. I stream on a laptop. Like I think Alex, you're the same. I've got my little Alienware. Um, and it does such a great job, but I play on the laptop screen, and then I have my secondary monitor, this right here, where I'm looking at OBS and my two chats, and yeah, all that good stuff. Alright, let me jump back in to this. Oh, I did it again. I did one, two, three. Okay. 10 sticks. Okay. Stack them neatly on top of the other. Alright, noted. I think about it more whenever I get to series PC build. I like two monitors, one for reference, the other one just to draw. Yeah, it's so useful. When I do my editing, and I'm not gonna lie, like, eventually I'd like to even get a third monitor. But especially with academic editing, I will often have, like, the document that I'm working through, and then, this monitor is nice and big. I forget how big it is. It might be 20... no bigger than 24 inches, but it's a pretty nice, decent-sized monitor. But I'll have, like, I'll have, like, an article, so, and then I'll have, like, style sheets. So style sheet in academic means the publisher's expectation for guidelines, like how they want their M-dashes, certain spacing on certain items, like things like that. And every publisher is a little different with their style sheets, so I like to just have those up because I'm not going to memorize, like, a 16-page document in addition to, like, my 1,000-page Chicago manual or APA or those, the style manual. So I just like to have it for quick reference. And then articles, because a part of, like, line and copy editing for academic writing is you check every footnote and you check that it not only matches, but you read that blurb around it and make sure that the scholar is not changing the meaning or taking something out of context and kind of corrupting the message behind it. So it's a lot of fun work, but it can get very, very rigorous depending. But I love it. But what it means is, like, having the more monitors you have, the better, because you could just have all that open at the same time. What up, Chicago or MLA? I'm a Chicago person. I have done editing using MLA, of course. Back in grad school, like my English degree, a lot of my classes were in MLA. A lot of them were also APA, but, like, for my music research and for a lot of the research that I currently edit, it's all Chicago. It's all that. So I need to actually get the 18th edition is out, I have my 17th edition just right next to me for reference. But yeah, I'm a Team Chicago. How about you, Marvin? Thoughts on vertical monitor? I love them dark. And the thing is, you can get a regular monitor and rotate it. Huge, but finite differences in resources citing. Yeah. I remember one of them being more formal than the other. Chicago is more dense and has more. So Chicago, like even now that I'm diving into fiction editing, and slowly just getting my feet in the door for that, a lot of the fiction like publishers will use CMOS. They'll use Chicago Manual for styles, and I want to get the new CMOS edition. It's just one of those like dropping $55-$65 in one hit, like. But the CMOS has, the current new edition has like styles on certain things that are relevant, like how to, things like the sensitivity reading, which in publishing these days, especially with fiction, is kind of a big deal. So they tell you like what to say, what not to say, what to do, in addition to some other things like treatment of AI, treatment or discourse around it. So they give you, and including new like technological vocabulary, just a whole extra chapters on things that are relevant to publishing in the present day. Whereas Chicago Manual 17th edition was, like 5 years ago? And it still has really useful information. So for all intents and purposes, I use it. The grammar, like English grammar, hasn't changed all that much. We've added a few words to the vocabulary, but like, what did we add to the vocabulary that entered? Like 6, 7, and Riz, and I think Riz has been around for a while. But I don't know. I'm just here. I do whatever my publishers tell me to do, or like head editors are like, we need these styles, we need these, and make sure that, I don't know, I just follow. English vernacular sure moves fast. Yes, it does. Yeah, it does. And when you're in the publishing industry in any capacity, you do have to, for better or worse, keep up with it, even if it's a little like, oh dear God. I would do a smaller vertical flat murder, absolutely not a 32. Yeah, Alex, I agree. Smaller, like something that almost mimics like holding like an iPad. And that would be like a document, kind of like the way some of my professors did. It'd be like PDFs, musical scores, like large orchestral scores. It would be like the information. It'd be probably really dang good for editing too, now that I think about it. So you can have the document there, but because most of the editing I do is in Word, so I need the longer, like the ideally more landscape, because I need like track changes. I need to be able to see all that and see comments from other editors and all that good stuff. My workspace is small and I was thinking of getting a regular 24 or 20. That's nice. I also find that I failed my test this morning doesn't sting quite like past attempts. Marvin, I hear you. I first and foremost, genuinely my condolences. I have a lot of empathy because those tests are very brutal. They're very, very hard, and you really could be very competent and very, very strong and still feeling hopeful that I can get back on the horse. Yeah. I've been there. I can relate to having to, and I didn't fit, like I ended up, in the year that I was working on my licensing, I ended up switching to mathematics, so it was kind of one of those, my grades aren't quite high enough and my testing wasn't quite high enough, but it's hard. It's really, really hard. And good luck. Honestly, sometimes you learn the material a lot stronger if you've had to redoing things. The try again really cements stuff a little bit more intensely, but I appreciate the update. I really do, and I am optimistic for you as well. I really, really do. I really am. But they're hard. For anyone context, we're talking about the engineering licensing exams. I could show you the manual back in my year when I took it, like back in 2008, 2009. No worries, it's really just a matter of when, as long as you keep trying. Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. I just want you to know that it is just, you're doing something fiercely challenging and impressively, like, at a high level, and in a good way. So this is me just, in my awkward way, just doing an encourage. Um, but yeah, the manual is like a textbook in its own. And I show some of my like non-engineering friends the manual, like they just gave you all the answers. I'm like, these aren't the answers. This is just things that you're gonna have to be able to quickly reference to do things that are way harder. But yeah, it's a good time. The manual is definitely thick. I kept mine even after I left engineering. I kept mine as a, also. It's really like a useful set. I mean, I'm not really actively doing the STEM stuff, which makes me a little sad. I mean, the closest to STEM work that I do is my music and mathematical modeling, but I'm not putting my own research out. I just edit other people's. I jokingly tell my husband that ever since I graduated, I am a footnote in two major publications, where I had two professors cited something that I've said, or I did some translation work for one of my professors, and so I got made into a footnote. But I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just rambling. It's just all to say that like I have my own work, but streamer's a little scared. 55 questions in 2.5 hours is really 3 minutes a question. True engineering fashion is trying to figure out what's in front of you instead of skipping to what you do know quickly and come back. Yeah, oh, yeah, oh my god, I can relate. It was always, for any standardized test, not even the licensing exam, but like, I hate the idea of skipping and going back, but there really is like an art and a finesse to taking exams that has nothing to do with like what you know and don't know. And literal brain it's a very like, I don't know what the word is. It's overwhelming. It gets overwhelming really fast. Or for me, like I get anxiety thinking about the idea of skipping. Like, well, what if I run out of time and I can't come back? It's a whole strategy on its own and a little gamble on multiple choice. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. I'll admit my FE licensing days are such a blur. They are such a blur. But plink. Oh, Montreal, hi. Welcome in. We're talking about the FE Fundamentals of Engineering licensing exam and how brutal that exam is. I don't know like what's changed in the past. I guess it would be 20 years between 2006 and 2026. Like what's stayed the same, what's different. Montreal, hi, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Cool, more copper. I really, having a little bit more coal would be nice. Like, I may go out into the open world and computer-based test, the FE probably still closed book. I don't think you bring your own single cheat sheet. Yeah, in my year, we weren't allowed, like, the only thing you were allowed was the manual. They gave you the, that big manual. You could bring that, but nothing else. Oh yeah, but it's brutal. Good, yeah. Oh boy. The interesting thing is, while I was working on my my master's in music, you know, there's no license. I mean, there's no mandatory licensing that you need to be a professional musician. If I wanted to do something like music therapy, which is something I am considering because God, I don't want to sound sappy, but there is something very fulfilling about the idea of doing music to quite literally bring healing. I know that sounds so cliche and sappy, but I really do mean that when I say it, that I've had the opportunity to watch people experience music in a way that quite literally like healed like something physical, something psychological, and that is honestly kind of a very beautiful thing to me. So anyway, sappy stuff notwithstanding, let's see. There are licensing procedures for anything that even is like adjacent to medicine. Like music therapy practitioners, I don't believe the majority of them do not practice medicine explicitly, but there is a licensing process when you undertake that kind of thing, as there should be, because if you're the healing of another individual, like that really needs to be regulated. But anyway, million tangents aside, going back to what I was saying, is I do remember both preparing and tutoring doctoral candidates for qualifying exams. Because if you're in a doctoral program, you do qualifiers to some degree, and they may be called like comprehensives, qualifiers. They may be given all kinds of like diagnostics, that kind of thing. And the music ones are such a blast to me because they are, you have a like theory, history of theory, the ones for academic. There's musicology. The history ones are a blast because there is essentially a manual of repertoire that you need to be familiar with. And there are listening exams. They are drop the needle, meaning it's not going to start at the beginning of a piece. So you can't use your reflexive, oh, I know this is Beethoven's Ninth, or this is Haydn's like Surprise Symphony. It's going to be far in and into a piece, often not even the first movement. And you have to be able to accurately assess down to the half decade. So within 5 years of its publication, like when the piece premiered, the composer, the era, and then be able to list why you're giving this assessment and this guess. And if you get like the composer and everything right but the date wrong, the whole thing's wrong, and that kind of thing. So it really, like, it requires the knowledge to be very, very sharp. And one of the best things you can do for that is just you're constantly listening to music and listening to it on the repeat and critically listening to it and journaling about it. That was something that I did both to study as well as the tutees, the students that I tutored, who were going in for these. And that was always so much fun. I always did my drop the needles a little on the brutal side, or deliberately chose obscure music, because the thing is, for like a doctoral program, they're going to do exactly those. So just kind of keep people on their toes. And I always just feel bad because when you study music, it's kind of shifting, but the thing is, when you study music professionally, and having, like being a classically trained musician, there really are instruments that you study to, that really set you up in a really good position for passing those, and I just remember doing like listening exams and similar, and so the playing piano is one big one, because you're always tested on piano repertoire. So if you're a pianist and you've played at a very advanced level, you know like 80% of the music that's being tested, whereas someone who, for example, only played trombone or is only a vocalist or things like that, just don't have that. And it's, to me, it's like this is kind of an unfair advantage. And then the other one is string instruments, so violin in particular. But then, playing instruments like the viola and the cello helped, and I play all three of those, and I've played all three of those in orchestras. And then I have like the conducting experience, so that means like a lot of the repertoire, like the bulk of the repertoire you're tested on is orchestral, and I know most of it because I've, performed it, studied it, conducted it, had to do all this whatever with it, so it was, that always, I don't know what the word is, just through doing an application, like a lot of musicians will go into that without that background, and it's kind of, I'm not going to call it unfair. It is what it is, but it really is an advantage, like a sharp advantage. And then having studied voice and performed a hell of a lot on voice, that helped me a lot, like a ton. And as much as people were like, you play too many instruments, you need to focus on one. And I get that sentiment, but for me, it's put me in a really, really good position where I can, with qualification, describe a lot of different things. Sharp advantage. Oh, that's funny. French horn and oboe is pretty vital in orchestra sound. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. In my experience teaching, though, at the university and conservatory levels, French horn players and oboe players often don't have the same, like they're not, what's the word? It's always the pianists and organists above pianists too, who just know their stuff. And then a combination of brass players and vocalists tend to be the least. I don't want to say historically informed. I know this is not a criticism. It's just when you're a vocalist, you do so much that has nothing to do with music. And vocalists in particular also, in addition to vocal technique, work on things like acting and mind and body and all of that. And then a lot of brass wait, what? Okay, we got a diamond. Oh, I'm like also... Okay, I need to start branching out. I've been just autopilot. Okay, cool, diamond. I don't have a way to mine this diamond right now. Dang it. Okay, so we need to get iron. Well, cool. Oh my god, look at that. There's just a diamond sitting here. And I don't have anything to grab it. Okay, neat. Wow. Okay, so this is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Let's go here. Don't mind up, streamer. Oh, cool. I get it. Wow, let's do this. Okay. All right, I need to also go grab some torches. And before I do that, I really need to go find lots more coal. Oh, there's our iron. Perfect. Okay. What would be really nice now is if this is like a vein and not just like one. Okay, it's just one. Beautiful. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Let's see if I can get a little more. I learned French horn players are called hornists, which is hilarious. Yeah, my one of my favorites is flautists for flute player. Kick, just one. Just one. Yeah, that's a... What's it called? Item desire, item scarcity. Like some survival horror games. And so if they know you need an item, it will deliberately deny you the item just to troll. Booties, hi, good morning, welcome in. I hope work is going well this morning. I hope you're doing well. Yay. How are the puppies? I have to ask how the puppies are. And how are you? You like how I ask about your dogs first before I ask, like, oh, how are you also? Dogs first. Booties has, like, the cutest and most awesome, like, sweet little dogs. Flautist is hilarious. It is hilarious. I have to get a root canal next week. Puppers are doing wonderful. Oh, good luck. Dogs before the person is... I'm sorry. Yeah, flautist is hilarious. I have some flute playing friends who are like, just call me a flute player. I'm like, no, you're a flautist. I don't say that, but oh my god, it's funny. It's so funny. Don't worry, I put my dogs above me. Oh. They are some very, very lucky puppies, I will say. They are very, very lucky dogs. Okay, what am I doing? I need more iron. That's what I need more iron. Okay. This is all like gravel too. I just put all my clothes in the dryer. I'm going to be here for the next hour and change. Yeah, my dryer takes forever too. I'm just very grateful this dryer is one I don't have to do multiple cycles on. All of our laundry is so big and bulky because it's winter. And these days I wear very fluffy, very baggy clothing, so it takes up a lot of space. So I've been doing more frequent cycles because I don't want to overwhelm the things, but it's kept up with everything. Give me iron, game. Please give me iron. I just want iron. I hate dryers that require multiple cycles. Yeah, every dryer that I've had in every rental has been that way, and it's just been such a pain. It means that when I'm like washing the sheets, it sometimes takes up to 3 cycles, and it's just very annoying. It's like I have to plan a whole day for that. Same, it's the bane of my existence. Aw. Yep. 3, 1, 2, 3. Iron. I'm in iron territory. I just want iron. Streamer, quit whining. Just do your thing. Okay. Maybe I should not have made the bucket. Maybe I should have just made a pickaxe first. But I didn't expect to just hit diamond up here. Why didn't I just get a clothesline when I'm at it? Awful. Genuinely, why didn't I just air dry if I have to babysit? Yeah, I know the feeling. So it also turns laundry into a giant waiting game, and that's annoying. Okay. Alright, let's just do one more wall and hope that iron miraculously just appears. Speaking of dogs, there've been a lot of, like, people not taking care of their dogs, so they just leave them to wander. And in our area, it's because it's also the woods, like, there's been a bunch of dogs, like, crossing through. There was one dog, I'm not a terrier, I'm a dog person, but terriers, Yorkie terriers, 99% of the time are bought by people who like the idea of having a cute pet, but have no idea how to maintain a Yorkie, at least in my experience. But there was this poor little Yorkie in a sweater that was just wandering around looking so dang pathetic that a part of me almost was like, I just want to bring this inside and adopt it. Because I felt so bad, because it looked so matted, and it looked like it'd been on the, like, loose and wandering, and it looked genuinely lost for a while. Alright, no luck. Let's see what happens if I go here. Oh, this is not a good idea because I don't have torches anymore. Okay, so we'll start a second iron. So 1 iron room here, 1 iron room here. But for now, I need to go back up. But yeah, I felt so bad for this dog. But I'm in a rental and no pets are allowed, so I don't want to get in trouble. And I wouldn't actively, because my husband would have been like, we're not in a position where we can afford dogs. But like, I felt so bad for this little thing. And I don't know. But I had cats growing up, and then my husband's family dogs were all, I get very attached to pets. Like, during the pandemic, when we stayed at my husband's place, those dogs were always with me. Always. It didn't matter what I was doing. Like, even when I was working, like, I taught online, and I would just have, like, a chihuahua in my lap, and I'd just be teaching music. And fortunately, the students love that kind of thing. Like, who doesn't love, like, a pet showing up on Zoom being adorable? But, like, it's just, I don't know. We get a lot of, like, people, I don't know, doing things I just can't relate to. Which, you know, is what it is. I'm gonna try not to be too judgy about it, but, like, my god. It does make my heart break a little. Okay. Huh. Go, 64. Okay, this. Keep the flints up here. Alright, it's time to go be stupid. Hi, booties! Yay! Yeah, we have such a good crowd. God, I don't want to be... I'm not going to be cheesy. I'm really not, but... You all are really awesome. As tired and just drained and sleepy as I am, I really had been looking forward to just coming back on stream and just vibing with everybody. Okay. Coal. Give me coal. Okay, there's no coal. I could just go back in the mine, but... Alright. Ooh. Okay. A little bit ballsy of me to be doing this in the complete dark, but... God dang, it's so dark. Shrimmer, what the hell are you doing? You've died so many stupid deaths and you're still doing the stupid things that get you killed. Shut up, me. I'm gonna do what I want. Because I am chaos. God. Strimmer's old. Strimmer's hunched over like a big dork. Okay. We're gonna pretend like that was not completely stupid and irresponsible. What am I doing? Aw. Okay. Look, coal. Not much, but still something. Okay. Alright, now we go back to the mine. And just... Draw me a tarot card, Strimmer. Ooh! Hey, Alex, do you want... I got a new tarot deck for Christmas. It's Wicked theme. It's based on the movie. Would you like pull from that deck? I ask only because I know Wicked is not for everybody, and I just want to respect that. It is a pretty snazzy deck, I will say. Sure, let's do it. All right, brilliant. Let me. All right, do that. Actually, just have it out. Okay, I love it too because it's all like gilded golden. And then the theme and the color is just really fun. I actually haven't even seen the Wicked movies. I just, the musical itself has a lot of fond memories, just career-wise for me. Because I've coached and taught so many of those songs and sent so many students. I like the first movie. I think Cynthia and Ariana are amazing. Yeah, I had, oh my god, my world, like all my vocalist friends, a lot of my vocalist friends, at least the ones who weren't like, so the opera world does get very, very snooty, but it is nice every now and then you'll get like not pretentious snooty people who can appreciate that both of them are, like, they are really good singers. I remember being blown away because I didn't know a lot about Ariana Grande. She does have a nice voice, she has a good sound, but I knew her as a pop singer, not a musical theater singer. And I remember listening to, I think it was Popular, and thinking, wow, she's good, like really good. She's got the musical theater sound, she's got like a great belt, like a really impressive belt, and she did, like, I kind of knew that from her like pop career. And then Cynthia came out of nowhere in the best way possible. She is phenomenal. Ariana has an incredible range. Yes, she does. Cynthia is and the original role of Glolinda, the original Broadway cast, it was Kristen Chenoweth, who's a coloratura soprano, Broadway and opera trained, and she is phenomenal. And when you hear the original soundtrack, she does a lot of like the high and the. I haven't heard Ariana Grande's full take on that, and I imagine she does some of that. She brings some of that to that role because it's a soprano role. But Cynthia is, oh, I don't want to say the wrong things because I say this. I think Idina Menzel is phenomenal and a wonderful singer and very, very unique and very iconic in her own way. But Cynthia, this is purely from a vocal clinician standpoint, is vocally stronger, and her technique is just through the roof amazing. Like, she's very good. And that's all. I mean, like, the technical ability is much, much stronger. And Idina Menzel has a great, like, sound, and she brings a lot to the table. Like, she was, she's a phenomenal Elphaba. She made a phenomenal Elphaba, but yeah, Cynthia brings something pretty dang amazing to that role. But I have not seen the movies yet. I've only listened a little bit. I like watching reaction videos to popular musicians with serious vocal skills, like Tarja or Brad Delp. Oh! Yeah, Alright, so this is a tarot card for Alex from our fun... Oh, look at this. Look at that deck. It's very, like, Yellow Brick Roady. Good morning, Ender. Yeah, yeah, good morning. Alright, Alex, are you ready? Aw. Okay, that's really pretty. It's, the gateway to, I guess it's Shiz University. That does not sound right. But you got the, I should have said 6 of flowers. I think flowers is the water. It's like cups here. So the 6 of cups is it's a very nostalgic card. The 6 of flowers, let me see what this deck has to say about their version. It's a card of nostalgia, old memories. Let me find 6 of flowers. That kind of thing. Oh, yeah, it's similar. So this one says, the 6 of flowers encourages you to connect with your past. This could mean traveling to your hometown, visiting a sentimental place, or capturing the feeling of discovering new and unexpected friends, even the ones you thought you loathed. You're familiar with Brad Delp, assumed lead singer of Boston. You know, I confess, Ender, I'm not. I'll admit I'm not. But, yeah, they're, the world of, so I'm being classically trained, and that narrative is, again, training. When I studied, music professionally, a lot of it was just still centered around the classical canon, meaning I did classical music, and, classical used loosely. I could get very, very technical. Alex, what a sweet card. That is such a phenomenal card. But I know that narrative is shifting a little bit, and the repertoire that students are performing these days is diversifying, like by quite a lot. The vocal world, I'm not so sure. That by diversifying now, they're doing things by quote-unquote women composers, but still classical adjacent. My biggest adventures away from traditional bel canto opera singing, and I'm including like the oratorio music and church music in that because it requires the same kinds of technique. But as I started doing musical theater when I was at an opera academy, because they do musicals as well as opera and operetta and all of that. And that was very out of my element. I mean, I say out of my element, but it was like old Broadway, so things like Rodgers and Hammerstein, some old operetta that got performed on Broadway, so like Gilbert and Sullivan, which is still opera. It's lighter opera. They sing more than a feel. Oh, yeah, I do. Oh, my God. Yeah, I do know him. I just didn't know him by name. I appreciate the clarification. Yeah. Yeah, holding very long notes is all in the core, all in the lung, intercostal muscles, the diaphragmatic muscles, all that good stuff. But yeah, my first foray into musical theater was Out of My Dreams from Oklahoma. And I did it in a very, very high key, so it had like the B flat and an A flat, a floated A flat at the end of that. So it was still kind of operatic, just the tone was a little different, the placement of the voice to get that musical theater bright nasally sound was a little different, but it felt like it was like an easy way in because I could still use my like bel canto training. for that. What got harder for me was when I had to do lower stuff. And I had voice teachers before then that were like, yeah, we don't want you singing this lower rep, you're high soprano and all that good stuff. But then, like, for a job, like for a gig, I did actually, funny enough, with Wicked, I had to sing Wicked. Not the whole thing, I just did for good. I was Elphaba. And Elphaba's a mezzo role, it's not a soprano role, but the fun little gimmick about the For Good duet is the role reversal of the two rival witches. And so Elphaba has the higher part, and Galinda, the soprano, sings the lower part. And so there's kind of a magic to that, but it also starts really low in the register, and I actually went into coaching. I was like, this is lower than I've had to professionally sing outside of church, like church alto, which is not the same. Like, so it was one of those, how do I give these notes power? Because, like, if you're in choir, it's okay, you know, to, I don't know what the word is, but to sing solo and be expected to project over your ensemble and all that, that was different. It was fun, though. Very, very fun. Okay. We're on the quest to get some more. We need iron. We need a pickaxe. Just a pickaxe. I should not have prematurely made that bucket. But you know what? It's okay. This particular run has not been the most generous, but that does raise the challenge a little bit. Like, I have to go back and grab resources. Iron is always good in tools and in our blood. Yeah, I used to be iron deficient. Like, I was severely anemic. All the way through my early 30s. And then I addressed the issue. I had a chronic issue that was causing the anemia, and I take a medication for that, so now my anemia is gone. It took a few years for it to go away, but it is gone. And it's amazing how game-changing that is. Wow, streamer, you have a lot of problems that you talk about. Do you like my self-deprecating voice? I'm just kidding. Fido! Hi! 10 stream streak! Oh my gosh! Welcome in! How are you? The fair weather channel! Oh my god! Oh, that's so cool! I just noticed your icon. We all got health problems. It's interesting to share sometimes. Oh, I'm honestly very open with sharing it because I remember growing up feeling so alone, and the thing is, people who don't share your health problems often don't understand, and even worse, they're not always super empathetic. So I'm always with some things open to share just for the sake of how do I say this without being sappy? I know when other people have shared their health stuff, like the chronic pain discussions, that made me feel, when I was like struggling with my own issues and people weren't understanding it, when I started hearing people talk about their chronic pain, I was like, oh my god, I have the same thing, that kind of thing. And something for me, like, wants to try to bring that comfort to other people, but also talking about it gives it not a stage, because oh my god, it's not a stage, but gives it precedence so that people are aware. I guess, I don't know, I don't say something, self-deprecating voice, not really, it just sounds like the average voice of chat. Oh yeah, chat can, you guys are all great and really nice, but chat can get very, like, mean, like, randos coming in can get very, very mean. And I don't know, when you're a streamer, you do have to just have thick skin and let it roll off your shoulders. But it doesn't stop the fact that, like, some people are just kind of jerks. But, it is what it is. It's kind of part of the package of being on the internet, I suppose. Use the spear, streamer! Ranters are usually meaner about gameplay. You got a parry, streamer! Oh my god, yeah, like, oh my god. Yeah, I just, like, I will often deliberately ignore, if someone starts getting, like, really angry, I just kind of am like, oh, this person's pissed that I suck. You haven't seen suckage yet. This game has that the worst. Yeah, a lot of games do. Like, I will admit, I really want to play Dark Souls, and my husband's been like, "You need to play them. You need to play them." But I'm also a little terrified to play Dark Souls because I don't want to even begin to see who's gonna come out of the woodworks to yell at my gameplay. Like, I also have Assassin's Creed downloaded on my like Steam, and I want to play that. And honestly, I want to stream that too. But like, it's one of those I've been holding those off, and I shouldn't because again, thick skin, that's important, that's necessary. However, I'm just not in a hurry to, I don't know, I'm also hyper fixated on Minecraft. Ooh, speaking of randos, please parry an Enderman! Dark Souls is a game. Heh. I'm a game now! Hang on, I gotta ban the bot. I think though with the Dark Souls universe, my husband keeps saying play Demon Souls first. Like he was like, you have to play Demon Souls first. So I'll probably listen to his advice on that. But I wanna just jump into Elden Ring. Like, is that bad? Bye, bot. I had another thing I was gonna share. Oh, so another thing that I want to do, and I'll do it as a sort of game number 2 because I don't want to stop streaming Minecraft. But how do you all feel about it's beginner friendly? Nah, it's beginner friendly. Gotcha. How would you all feel about doing like, and I'll have this like a jackass or like an asshole like Stardew Valley run. So I was thinking of doing like an evil Stardew Valley run. This is gonna be hard for me, but to do it where like I do the Joja route and then make be kind of a jerk to all the. So I have 2 ideas. Like, be a jerk to like give dirt and give dirt and sap to like all the villagers. But one of the parts of being like a complete like evil is to romance every single marriageable. So like have all the boyfriends and all the girlfriends like at the same time, kind of thing. Elden Ring is the popular normie entrance. Okay, that's good to know. I know that also like what my husband was saying is your first Dark Souls, no matter what it is going to be your hardest. That they're just all hard. And even though some might be objectively more difficult than others, the first one is always going to be the hardest. That's what he was telling me. I say normie in the most respectful way. I figured, yeah, and I figured. And it is honestly all good. Okay. I just want iron. This game is not giving me iron. What gives? Give iron. That's what needs to give. It's the easiest to get into. 4 hours in creating your character. Oh boy. You would have to buy either a PS3 or PS5 for Demon Souls. Yeah, my husband has a PS5. He has a PS5. And I think a PS3 too. He recorded Demon Souls for the YouTube channel. That game looked very, very beautiful, too, I will say. The lore looked very interesting. Okay, copper is great. I like copper, but I want iron. I just want iron. Okay, I'm out of... Lack of third-party developers churning out games. The PS5 has 3 games. Sure, they surely don't release PS5 games like the PS2 games back in the day. Really? It feels like there's a lot of like games for PS5 out. Definitely more than like Switch 2. But yeah, PS5 is it, you know what's weird is that the PS5 is what going on like how old is it now? Like 10 years? It's pretty dang old. It's so weird because it is technically still the latest console. Alright, let's clean up. Look, everybody, I have diamond! And I can't get it! I want this diamond, but I can't! It's so sad. Okay, well, we've got our iron rooms, so... Turn 6, you're right, okay, 6. Xbox Series X? Is that what SX is? I like watching chat. Xbox Series X/S. Okay, gotcha. Ooh, I'll be right back. Just one moment. Just one moment. Waking up slowly but surely. Slowly but surely waking up. Okay. Okay, what am I doing? Another thing I thought of trying was trying to play Minecraft with the controller. And then it's like, oh, that could be like a really, really dumb challenge that we do. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm actually gonna do that. Okay, let's see. Let's see how much iron I do have. I don't think I have any iron, though. Yeah, no iron. Oh, wow, no, wow, I'm... Whoops. Okay. We do not aggro the things. I like my little terracotta, like, silly house. Sekiro's a side mission. Oh, having played most of the Souls games, I might recommend DS1, DS2, DS3, Bloodborne, Elden Ring. Sekiro's a side mission. You could play that anywhere. Okay. Yeah. Alright, on a mission. Get more iron. Get a pickaxe. We've got this. I hope. Diamond. Diamond is good. Iron. Give me iron, game. Just give me iron. No iron. For now. I'm just waiting for iron to just surface. It's okay though. It will happen. One way or another it will happen. Water flows. Okay. Water is at least better than lava. So we'll just be a little careful. We just have to be careful, I mean. A whole lot of nothing. Go back to the other side and crack through some of that. See if it will give me iron. I can't tell if that's coming from the game. Something's going on. I don't know what's going on. I'm hearing like noises. Let me actually... That could be... Give me a moment, chat. I'm checking on something because there is like loud thudding that is happening outside. So I'm it's a little weird. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know anything. What are the odds it is just the game? It's not. This is fine. No. Today's stream is brought to you by riveting content. I'm actually kidding. I do like mining a lot. I think it's just it's nice. It's relaxing. It's very hypnotic. But I really want that diamond. Okay, Okay, still no iron. So again, we will make long, ridiculous hauls. And we will find iron. I'm not crazy. Okay, I am at the right Y level. Cool. Hey, look, lapis! That's great. It's not what I wanted, but it's still cool. We'll take it. See if any, iron appears. Oh boy. Where's the iron? I'm just gonna sing a song about looking for iron. I'm just kidding, everybody. I actually really am. There it is. Wow. I had to threaten to sing a song about iron. I'm just kidding. But it's here. Okay. With this, we actually should have enough now to go make a pickaxe. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do, like, right now. Is go make a pickaxe. Because I want my diamond. Alright. Wow. Oh my god, finally. Here we go. It's pickaxe time. Oh yeah, something you also mentioned about the asshole Stardew farm. Yeah, do share, because that's something I may do, is just, I don't know, play some Stardew and just be evil. Do the evil run. We'll call it evil run, because I feel like if I actually called it asshole run, the algorithm would nerf this stream real hard. So I'll just call it like evil Stardew. I think it could be a lot of fun. It'll be chaos for sure, but you know. Oh, I've got iron in here as well. Alright, there we go. It's so pretty out. I do like the little, Fireflies. Alright, we save these guys. Just make one pickaxe. There we go. Alright, that should do it. That should do it. Let's get back to the mine and get that diamond, and then keep mining down. Oh, are you for real? Oh, are you really for real? What the heck? Okay, okay, give me... Okay, so we got, not one, but 6 diamonds. There they are. 6 diamonds. Okay, cool. Wow, that was extremely unexpected. I thought it was just 1 diamond, but yet here at this y=10, just found can make a diamond pick. I could. Yeah, I could. I might save the diamonds first. But yeah, I could make a diamond. I think what I want to do is save all the diamonds to make armor and 1 pickaxe. Okay, so. That is unbelievable. Wow. Okay. Wow, we got a huge stack of, okay, cool. That was not expected. Hey, look! Iron! Wow, okay, now the game is being generous. Okay. Perfect. Oh my god, finally. We're getting into deep slate territory, which is lovely. I like deep slate. Iron, say the hi! That would be a better spelling for iron, given how it's pronounced. I'm probably overdoing it a bit with these torches, but I don't care. It just will let it be. But it's I'm noticing it just more so because it's been a little hit or miss. Like, I don't have, like, the huge stacks of coal I had, like, in previous runs. but it's okay. Oh, look at all that deep slate! Of course, when you get to the deep slate levels, mining slows down ever so slightly. So it takes a while to break into those. And I may, what I'll do is, like last time, just alternate between, iron and diamond. I'll do one more level, and then I'll go back and try to seek out a little bit more iron, because, having a decent stack of iron will put me in a really good place. Seda, I hope you're doing well today. I loved that pretzel crust pizza you shared in the Discord, by the way. That looked amazing. I keep hearing that word in my dreams. Iron, iron, iron! Hey, look, more iron! Oh, look, Seda, all you have to do is show up, and now you hear it in your waking. Gold! Cool. Gold is just not that useful. I wonder if they're ever going to do like an update where they make gold useful. Could you imagine? But that's okay. Pretzel crust pizza was quite unique. Oh my god, I really could go for a pretzel crust pizza. And I'm not even really, like, I'm not a pizza person, if that makes sense. But the idea of, like, the pretzel crust is just amazing. Okay, let's do this. Have to be careful to not mine the gold blocks. With the wrong pickaxe. Wow. Wow, so much gold. Look at that. Put that there and then cover this up. Well, you're not a pizza person. Well, this is a bit awkward. Oh, no, pizza's good, Alex. I just, it's not something I eat all the time. It's not something I can technically eat all the time with the cholesterol stuff. It's just not my favorite food. I do like it, though. I do like it. I boil the whole dough in water with soda bicarbonate like you do with pretzel. Wow. Oh, my God. Wow. But I know that pizza is a very popular favorite food. My favorite foods tend to be, like, sushi, poke. I'm trying to think. I have a slew of different favorite foods that I really like. Okay. Just keep mining down. Maybe I'll get another vein of diamonds, if I'm lucky. What's a comfort food you like? Me? Ooh. I guess sushi doesn't count as a popular comfort food. Egg drop soup is the most recent comfort food that I let myself indulge in. Because we got Chinese takeout, very recently. And so I had that and I really liked it. I'm trying to think of comfort foods. Oh, yeah, like a good country breakfast. That's comfort food. I haven't indulged in it yet, but I've been, like, craving pancakes for a while. Sushi's definitely not a comfort food. Yeah, I didn't think so. I think when I think of comfort food, I think of exactly the kind of things your doctors tell you to limit or avoid. This is very much go out and eat food. Yeah, no, you're right. My comfort food is biscuits and gravy. Oh my god, I got biscuits and gravy at Cracker Barrel on Sunday. Because I had it was their old timers breakfast, so it was eggs, uh, eggs, meat, biscuits and gravy, and I had their hash brown casserole because it's so good. Oh, potato anything is comfort for me. Like anything made out of potato. I'm not, like, I like french fries, but for me it's not like a go-to comfort. I'd rather have, like, baked potato, like a loaded baked potato, or, yeah, anything like baked or slow roasted. Stew, that's a comfort food. Like a slow roasted, like a pot roast. Yeah, this is why I don't, okay. Let's do that. There we go. So I keep knocking, if they're too close, I knock them over. But yeah, stew. How about that? Beef stew is a comfort food. Like a good slow roast, like a pot roast. Does brisket count as a comfort food? Because that's like one of my favorite things ever. Hey, look, more gold. Can you give me iron? Like, give me something useful, please? No offense, Gold. You're just not that interesting. But we'll get it anyway, just to have it. Brisket 100% counts, then yeah. Then let's just say brisket. Brisket's my favorite comfort food. Because it's just, it's so dang good. I actually was able to enjoy a brisket fairly recently, like from a farm to table place, so it doesn't really get much better than that. But yeah, when I started adjusting my diet to better manage like cholesterol numbers, it took me a while to not be like kind of resentful. I'm not gonna lie. I'm doing great with it now because I found a bunch of food that I can really enjoy. It just means that I've upped my like whole grain and complex like high fiber carbs. So I'll eat a lot of lentils, like stuff like that. But otherwise I just I've reduced the number of like the food that I have to limit without cutting it out. Although I almost cut a bunch of stuff out. From Over Easy is my favorite. Yeah, I had my eggs on my Sunday breakfast Over Easy. And rice with fries. That sounds delicious. That sounds like an ultimate comfort like meal too. Okay. Okay. I keep thinking I'm hearing the lava, but it's not giving me an indicator. So I don't think I'm actually hearing lava popping, as they put it. Hey, look! Copper. Not healthy, but over easy eggs and bacon strips, and dipping the bacon strips in the eggs. Yes! Yes, that's the way to do it. That is the way to go, for sure. But, you know, every now and then, and in moderation, it's okay to have our favorite foods. That's something I had to really learn when I was, like, freaked out about the health stuff. Then it was just kind of like a, you know, just pace, just moderate. Yum. You're all making me hungry now. time. But for me, my favorite indulgences are like hearty meats. I prefer that over like cakes and sugary things. And I guess as far as if you're going to indulge, better and indulge in something that's at least because for me, like, it's the savory food, it's the salt, that kind of thing that I tend to crave a little bit more than sugar. I very rarely crave sugar these days. And for a while, I, like, almost completely cut sugar, or at least, added sugars. These days, I'll let myself have something that has a bit of sugar in it, but it's very, very reduced. I don't have, like, as much. Because for me, if I'm having a craving, it tends to be something on the salty side. I know for a really long time I had really low blood pressure. And so there's a part of me that almost wonders if there's and then with the anemia, I used to crave, like, high salt foods. Okay. We'll do one more rung of this, and then I gotta... The only sugary thing I will crave would be either cookies or chocolate. Yeah, oh, well, yeah, cookies are good. Other than that, I don't have sugar much. Yeah. I get my chocolate these days with, chocolate covered, like, dark chocolate covered almonds. Because I do aim to try to eat almonds, like, a serving of almonds every day. And so just having a small amount, because I just kind of watch the saturated fat content, so I'll have a small portion of almonds covered in dark chocolate. There was a WebMD article that said that moderate consumption of almonds covered in dark chocolate, specifically dark chocolate, or like the combination, they don't have to be covered, but the combination of a good organic, like healthy, I won't use the word organic because it's a buzzword, but healthy dark chocolate plus almonds, that combination can actually help lower bad cholesterol. Which I thought was really cool. I'm like, oh, well, there's an easy, fun dessert that can be kind of regular. So I thought that was really cool. Okay, this is where the water is. Yeah. So I'm gonna stay safe for now. Just stay kind of away from that. We could continue digging this. Just for a little bit. Oh, it's so much faster when you're up here. This recently gave iron, so what are the odds it's going to give more iron so soon? Carne asada for... Oh my god, yes! Carne asada anything. Basically nachos with potatoes instead of potato chips. It's pretty comforting as far as food goes. Yeah, that sounds delicious. Yeah, my cravings tend to be, like, really red meat and raw fish. And I think that is from my, like, anemia days. Like, I would have, like, the red meat cravings. And that kind of thing. And, yeah. It's good stuff, though. When I first started streaming, like, 11 years ago, people, for whatever reason, assumed I was vegetarian. So when I started talking about, like, red meat, it, like... surprised a bunch of people. I'm like, I don't know why you guys are surprised. I like steak. I like a good grill. I like all the meats. Most of the meats. A good medium rare New York strip is my go-to. Yes, tacos or any... Yeah, authentic tacos cannot be beat. And that's something... I love being out in the country. I wouldn't trade it for anything. But, like, when I lived in, like, the city, like, urban Florida... We got the best, really authentic tacos. And sometimes it was just out of, like, a food truck or, there's a place in Florida that, it's now a chain, but it's called Taco Bus. Its origins were literally a rundown, like, school bus that someone repurposed into a taco, like, eatery. And, oh my god, it's, like, the best of the best. Steak bus, yeah, real deal taco. Yeah, real deal. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, a good Taco Bell run, there's something to be said for that, but if you want, like, an indulgent taco, you get, like, something authentic, or, like, high quality. Okay. Well, I thought I was awake. I'm a little more awake than when I started stream. Like, I started stream with my mic muted, and such a good time. Lava! Cool. One thing you can't get in Canada is a good taco. Oh, that's so sad. I wonder if that will, change over time. Because, yeah, that's sad. Alright, look at all these, like, gems that we got. Alright, we'll smelt all of that. Then we could smelt 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All of that. Put the rest of the stuff away. Look at all, wow. And then I should carry these around. Oh wait, no, I still have the mutton. Trying to think. I'm just looking at what I have on me. Be right back, coffee. Oh, comfortably lost. Hi. Yeah, go get your coffee. Yay. Hoping so. Yeah, I think it also depends. We almost took a job out in northern, like rural northern Canada. Almost. And when I looked at that, I was very excited, but a little bit like, oh, there is nothing. Like, I did a Google Earth. I was like, there is nothing out here. Like, it just kind of, I don't want to say the exact location, but we almost, took a job, like, out in, and the thing is, I think we could have made it work, but there was something a little, almost intimidating about that. Alright, I really need more coal. Oh my god. Okay, I'm, like, really cutting it thin. Oh, and I don't have, copper. Let's see. Alright, my bucket's still empty. There's a part of me that thinks I should fill it. Yeah, let's go fill our bucket. Just have a water bucket, because that's useful, right? Ah, look at my little base. Whoa, what's out here? Oh, it's the mesa. Oh, that's why we keep hearing the lava bubbling. Okay. Cool. This is why we keep hearing it, because there's, like, all this lava. There's probably some underground as well. Like, we are probably hearing that because... Oh, okay. Oh. Must grab coal. Alright, we like coal. We need coal. Okay, this is good. Not bad. Okay, that's a decent supply. Let's climb the mountain a bit, see what we can see. Sorry, chat. Well, we got lots of pretty flowers. That looks like a creeper's been here, but it's also very pretty. So we won't mess with that. Yeah, it's a little creeper town. Not in a bad way. Maybe mine a little bit up here. Wow, Streamer, you're stupidly close to the lava. It's like you have no, self-preservation. I'm just looking for coal. Okay, it's not presenting itself right away, so let's just keep... Streamer? Don't wander aimlessly. I love the mesa. I might go and grab more terracotta, if only so we can remove all the non-terracotta blocks and make the whole house terracotta. There's more coal down here. But we're not going to do that, because until I've got foolproof. The doorbell is ringing. I don't like this. Chat, I'm so sorry. I do have to... That might be a package that I'm waiting on. So I'm gonna go just check. If there's someone standing at the door, I'm gonna... I don't wanna... I'll be right back. Okay. It was indeed a package. These, they're etude books for the cello that I used to teach from all the time when I taught cello. But, I've only ever had PDFs. And honestly, for me, my idea is to work through the books. I'm a very traditionalist. I've become, over the years, more open to reading music digitally, but I don't prefer it. So... For any classical musicians, they're the Dotsour etudes. These were printed. Oh, they were printed just for me, which is always a cool thing. Oh, this is great. Perfect. Yay! Strimmer is very excited. Okay, where do I put them over? Off to the side. Now we go back to Minecraft. Country fried food, like deep South, like deep American South. There is something to be said, speaking of like comfort food. There's something to be said for some good, like, country. Like, oh my god. It's food you definitely want to moderate your intake of, because it's quite rich. But it's delicious. Alright, and now we make some more torches. Excuse me. And I think, yeah, music book, yeah. They're wonderful. They're very technical etudes. And the thing is, they don't start, like, they're very simple to start off with. Just things like to get facility over the instrument. But, you know, this is the first book. Oh, there's a notes. There's a notes section. How sweet is that? But even by the end of the first book, you're doing some pretty advanced stuff. And then there are 3 books. And, yeah, by the end of the 3rd book, yeah, a lot of this is pretty advanced. Let me find the end. The very, very last etude. Yeah, it's like stuff that you would even see in like a concerto. Like a cello concerto. But I'm trying to clean up my playing. Sheet music looks like alien hieroglyphs to me. Aw, well, it's okay. Yeah, cello was fun because where most instruments will read like 1, piano will read 2 clefs. Cello reads the bass clef, the tenor clef, the treble clef, but it also will occasionally read the soprano and mezzo-soprano clefs, depending on the kind of music you're playing. So there's definitely something to be said for, ooh, let's just watch the sunset. But it's a good time. Behind these, oh, I'm blocking the way, but behind me I've got stacks and stacks of scores. More flats, more fun. Ha! Okay. Now we resume mining. I'm gonna put the dirt down here. I'm thinking. So, I'm just trying to refresh my memory on... Okay, we've got 13 iron ingots. I don't know why this sounds funny to me, the modern hieroglyph. Oh, it's kind of funny. Okay, we have a nice base, in my opinion. Let's see though. I'm debating between diamond or iron, diamond or iron, diamond or iron. I think we get a chance to have a little bit more, yeah, let's finish. Oh, you know what? That answers, because I don't like leaving things incomplete. So let's just do a couple more rows of this. Yeah, we'll do a few more rows of this. If we find iron, great. If we not, we'll just dig a little bit down. It really is like a language, really cool talent. Yeah, it's, you can practice. It takes, it's a skill that you very much train. It takes a long time to develop fluency in reading. And, there's always room for growth. Because there's a lot of music that's, quite dense. Over the years, I've, had to be able to read music fast because I, as a pianist, I'll accompany soloists and other musicians. So that means you just gotta be able to read through the music really quickly, but... Whoa! Okay. Hey, there's iron down here. Alright, so let me do a thing. Where's one of my doors? I'm gonna put a door down here. God, I really hope I don't want to die, but let's actually just stick a torch like right there. So I do want this iron. Give. Perfect. Alright, and then... Jesus. Okay, there's a lot of stuff here. Streamer, this is how you died last time. I don't care. I'm gonna grab all the things. Streamer, you're mining upward directly. Maybe don't do that. Don't actually care. I just want everything. Wow. All right. Huh. This is the stuff. We got a lovely cave. Just this all right. Gotta be smart about this. Shit. No. No, we are not doing this. Oh, hi. Someone came in. Sorry, I was hyperfixated. Welcome on in, Massive Polly. Welcome in. LP server. What is an LP server? I'm guessing that means multiplayer or something. But welcome in. If you tell me to read sheet music now, I would just be like, SpongeBob Lost in the Jungle. I used to be able to write and read. It comes back, Dart, I will say. It's a skill that comes back. Let's see. She's playing solo right now. Yeah, I'm playing solo. Single player. Now for now, I can just read Sepal Scales. Yeah, it will come back, Dart. It's a skill that comes back. Thank you for the streamios. Alex! Yay! I'm glad you were able to fit laundry in. And I'm glad this was the chaos that accompanied the laundry making process. Okay. So... Alright, he didn't get me. The guy didn't get me, but look at all that iron and gold. So we now have a fun, alright, so that's officially closed off to us. However, it doesn't mean we can't branch out, keep looking for iron, right? So that's what I'm going to do for just a little bit. But I do eventually want to go back down and look for diamond. Because that is a part of the... When I have diamond armor, I'm going to prioritize getting diamond armor. And a diamond pickaxe. Ideally also a diamond, like, axe and sword. And since I'm stuck in these boots, that'll just be my gold piece. Hey, look. Cool. So yeah, making these giant iron chambers really is the way forwards in this game. Or at least it's my way forwards. It's a little goofy, but it really, really gets the job done. This game's been weirdly generous with gold, which is a little odd. Like, I remember one of my last runs did not have a lot of gold, and I remember having to really grind for it because I wanted my gold helmet before I got to the Nether. If there's a mountain nearby, I usually go mine what's visible up top, get you plenty of iron and coal to start the game. Have a great one, about to get the day going. Marvin, good luck. Good luck to you. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the words of encouragement. It's a long journey worth the payoff. I agree, Marvin. I really agree. Yeah, gas, that's a pretty good strategy, and it might be one to just take a break from the underground. Because, yeah, I have been, item scarcity has been a feature. Yeah, good luck, Marvin. Really and truly. So that might be something we kind of alternate. So I do, every now and then, I've been going back up to the above grounds, just to get a little more coal. But yeah, I'm still just surprised, how much gold I've gotten so far. And it's the ultimate irony that because of the curse of binding boots, I don't technically need it. And that's fine. No complaints. But it's just kind of funny. It's like, you don't need this resource that you're being given a lot of. But I'll make it, yeah, and you don't have to chew through all the cobblestone, but it doesn't get dangerous when they get into and past the coulds. Yeah, I don't mind so much as well. It's tedious for sure, but I would love to, when I have diamond armor, I would love to properly explore that little cave down there. But, oh my god. It's so easy to get swarmed when you enter open spaces like that. Alright, maybe it's time to start digging for diamonds. So we got a nice stretch. Yeah, this is pretty dang cool. Pretty steep as well. But nice and safe. Oh yeah, making your own mine shaft, that is the move. Yeah, for sure. And I admit, like, I do like doing it. I really do. Oh, we can be extra snazzy and do this. Yeah, that's it. Ow. Whoops. Alrighty. Let's keep going. I'll just do a little bit more mining, and I think I'm gonna wrap up very shortly after. So I'm, I should make a milk bucket. I haven't had to use one yet, but I should make one. Just because that encounter with the witch, that very first run that started to go really well back in Bedrock, really made it so that, like, because you just never know when you're going to get swarmed by stuff. We have a long way to go before we get to Diamond Town. But as soon as we get a lot of diamond, we're going straight to the Nether. Yeah, -7. I just, my goal is to just get to the Nether as quickly as possible and make all of that happen. I love the way the deep slate sounds when it's mined as well. Forget Diamond Town, I want to be in Diamond City. Yeah, right. Yeah, gotta get there very slowly. There's almost a part of me that's like, should I just... I was gonna say grind this off screen, but no. No, because I'd hate for something really cool to happen that doesn't go live. But also, like, I don't really have time. I have so much to do. Alright. But I don't mind it. It's part of the joy. It's like, if you're able to safely mine like this, then you know that your hardcore world is stable. Stable, whatever stable means in this context. Meaning that there's a... Lava again. Cool. Cool. So we're getting close to lava. Wow. Lapis. Ooh, I'm nervous. When I hear the lava, it's a little bit nerve-wracking. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But... just grab that. Just have to be safe about all this. Okay. With that, let's just head back up. Yeah, we'll head back up for now. But yeah, that 133-day world was amazing. So, like, just on the top of the mountain, found a bunch of, emeralds. Like, 5 emeralds. That was pretty fantastic. Oh, that's gotta be, like, outside. Okay, let's, oh, we could smelt all of this now. And let's do that in one, and then, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Smelt this. I'm gonna save these raw ones, because I try to save resources. as to the best of my, as best as possible anyway. I'll let those finish cooking. Let's actually just wander around a little bit. See what we could find in the above ground world, I mean. Ooh. Alright, great. Okay, this is all explored, so we'll just go back up the little rocky area. Oh, cute. Oh, and there's our house. And I'm officially out of torches. Lovely, lovely. Okay. There's a ton of cobblestone. Oh, hey, mushrooms. Wow. There's iron over there. Let's go grab that. Okay, there's more than iron. There's a lot of... Wow. Okay, let's grab all of the things. Where's the iron? There it is. Okay. When you thought you went far and you really just went in a circle. I know, right? But that's how it goes in this game. Oh, perfect. Okay, yeah, we really, this is important. Okay, my problem now is I don't have the torches, so I don't want to get spun around. Well, then stop spinning! I think I came around from this way. Wow, there's so much iron out here. Trevor, didn't you say you were ending stream? What's going on? Are you getting distracted again? Stony Shores for the win, I know, right? Okay. I'm not too far from base, but I am a little spun around. But I think I know my way. Chicken clucks, experience gained. That's quite a bit of iron. Okay. Alright, there's the mesa. I think I'm coming in from over here. When I start seeing torches, that'll be my way. It's always a good sign to play the game a little longer than you planned. I love this game so much. Like, honestly, it's just... For me, my ending the stream is more just out of responsibility. So I've got multiple... There's my torches! Alright. Alright, and now I know my way. But that was worthwhile. We need to definitely need to keep exploring that. There's my base. Got a lot of coal, which is important. It's just the game just keeps on giving the exploration. May as well. Oh, yeah, I still have so much iron that I could be smelting and... It is a good thing. Let's make some more torches. It's a lot, but I use them very quickly, so it's worthwhile to have a bunch of torches. Red harness? What the heck is that? What's a harness? Red bundle? Tut! Cute. Go back. Wow, I got an egg. Just see what we can see. Alright. The mushrooms are such a great, so we found a new place above ground to explore and discover. Alright, I think this is now, for real, a good time to just wrap up stream. But Shimmer, you said that like 20 minutes ago. Well, this time I mean it. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking to myself because that's a little strange. Put the egg away. Oh, the fireflies, that's so sweet. Okay, so what the heck? Oh, I want, feed the... While I'm at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that should put us in a good position to resume mining next time. So we're 18 days in, and now we end stream. Thank you all so much for being here and for hanging out and for being part of the wholesome chaos and just all the good stuff. I will stream again tomorrow, same time. And